My name is Greg Fournier. I'm a product manager at Hayward, and we're going to talk about the ProApp and building a configuration remotely using the ProApp remote configuration. So I'm going to click into my ProApp, and we're going to go from the home screen where hit remote configuration, and it shows me all of the systems that I have access to, but I'm going to do it with a new system, and I'm going to click 115279, and I'm going to hit continue, and it's going to say that it's a trainer. And I can name the configuration if I want, and I can start a new configuration or use an existing template. Today, we're going to start a new configuration. I'll teach you about the existing templates in the future, but I'm going to start a new configuration. I'm going to build that, and we're going to show you, based on all of the default information that we added, how easy it is to build a simple configuration. And you can use this, and this is the great thing about it, is that you can use this standing right in front of the OmniLogic. You can use it from sitting in your air conditioned truck when it's 100 degrees outside. You can use it from the office to try to help somebody that's in the field. So if we look here, you'll see that green is complete. General settings are complete. Those are all the kind of demographic answers that we talked about earlier. You know, the language that you want, how you want the speed shown, if it's metric or not, and what time format and time zone you're in. When I go to the body of water, it's going to say, well, do I want to add a body of water? You can add pool spa. You can do multiple pools, multiple spas, and then you'll do backyard and other things. But we're going to start with a body of water. I'm going to say it's a pool. You can name it anything you want. I'm going to name it GF Oasis. Oasis. Like capital OASS. I'm going to say it's a 25,000 gallon pool, and I'm going to hit continue. So as I'm building the configuration, it's going to say it's a pool, so it has to have a filter pump. I'm going to build it with a heater. I'm going to build it with a light. Super simple, just to show how this works, and we'll do a more complex one in the future. So if I hit continue, it's going to say, all right, my filter pump. All of those questions that we answered before in the configuration defaults are all answered in here. So when I click on filter pump, I just say that it's a variable speed, which is 95% of new construction is going out with a variable speed, if not more. And then it says, I have all these answers already that you answered from your default configuration. But the one question that you have to answer is which HUA, because we have two of them on this system. So the variable speed pump, we're going to pick the HUA, going to hit done, and then we're going to scroll down and hit done. And I'm done configuring the filter pump. So it was just easy as assigning the HUA. If there's only one filter pump there, it will automatically assign it, and all you're going to have to hit is done. When you go to the heater, again, I'm going to pick the type of equipment that I have. I'm going to say it's a heat pump because I'm going to show you heat cool. And then I move forward, and it's going to say select the low voltage relay where it's located. And on this particular one, it's LVR1. And then as I go down, does it support cooling? You say, yep. And then what low voltage relay supports cooling? LVR2. And I'm done configuring my, and you can see that the configuration defaults, the min max and the priority duration of the temperature for the pool are all in there. Lastly, I'm going to go to lights. I'm going to hit the type of light. Let's say it's UCL. And how many relays? It's one. Which relay? It's high voltage relay 1. And are we using OmniDirect or Legacy? And I'm going to say OmniDirect. As soon as I hit OmniDirect, it sends a command to that particular controller, so I'm not going to mess with it right now. But then I'm going to hit done and done. So I'm looking at it, and all the 3 pieces of equipment that I've configured, I've probably only answered 6 questions or 7 questions, and I'm done with the configuration. I'm going to hit done. It's going to say, hey, we need to make sure that the sensors are done for this. And depending on what the equipment that you've selected, if you select chemistry and a salt cell, it's going to make you configure a flow sensor. In this particular case, it's relatively simple. So we're going to configure air temp. If we click on it, it's going to say that the air temp, if you've installed it where it says air temp on the board, all you have to hit is done. But if you wanted to change where it was configured, you could do that. And then the water temp, it's saying that the water temp is installed where it says pool temp on the board, and you hit done. So now I'm done configuring the temperature, the sensors. So I hit done, and overall my system is completed that for that particular body of water. I might have optional things that I want to configure in the backyard, like landscape lights, or maybe it's a fish pond or something else that's out there, some auxiliary, as well as interlocks. As we get into more complex pools, you might have an interlock where if the pool cover was closed, you want to make sure that none of your water features turn on. So they're interlocks to make sure that things don't turn on when they're not supposed to. If I hit done with all of this, it allows me to take a look at what I've configured, and all I have to do is hit send to Omni. And then 3 minutes later, it will say that the configuration's been accepted, and everything that I just did sitting here, and I probably only answered about 10 to 12 questions, is now configured in the Omni, and it's been sent to an Omni that could be anywhere in the world. So that's a basic configuration for the Omni logic. We'll go through a more complex one in the next training. Thanks as always for listening, and we'll speak again soon.